this is a great conversation so people can actually get an insight in what it's like to be Black in North America, Black man in these days and times. Um, yeah, and it's an interesting time with the politics. You know, the politics from down south, they bleed up north as well. The conversations here, you know, it affects the economy. We've got COVID going on now. Um, you know, it's disproportionately with people of color, people who you know, low income, um, you know, people losing their jobs. It's an interesting time to be a person of color right now. And the thing about these young men who I keep calling them young men because I'm 56, but each one of these young men, not only are they trying to better themselves, not only are they working on bettering themselves, but they're making a contribution to the community. That's the thing that pulls everybody together, is this contribution that they want to make to the community. And young men doing this, that lights me up. Men in their 20s and 30s who are making a contribution into the community instead of, you know, just thinking purely about their own lives, that really gets me fired. I got a 12-year-old, and these are the men who are paving the way for him. So that's it really gets me lit up.
What's on my mind on this particular date is Trayvon Martin. There have been so many different cases, situations, stories throughout the history of the Black man in America. But I just remember in 2012, I was 19 years old. I'm 6'2". Trayvon Martin was 6'1", I believe, 6'3"-ish around there. He was 17. And I just remember thinking, like, that could easily have been me. That could easily have been me visiting my dad in the South, going to get in Arizona. And in 2 days, it'll mark his, he was murdered February 26, 2012. And I just think about appreciating that I'm still here and understanding that when I watch a movie like Just Mercy or hear about the situation that happened in Rochester where a man was naked on camera, forced to the ground by police officers, and there were no charges just announced today, no charges against those police officers. It it cuts deep, but it also motivates me to do what Anderson shared as far as constantly working on self to see how I can serve and doing everything in my power to remind people of what connects us all, and that is the blood that runs through all of our veins, that is blood, that is red, no matter where we're from. And the fact that I got a little bit more melanin, it's really it's just a cool advantage to have in this game of life.
When I think of this month, what goes in my head right now, and it's reflection. All right, reflection is in regards to the reflection of reality. Right, so I appreciate the fact that we do, like McKinley said, I do appreciate the fact that we do have a month that we celebrate Black history. But I understand the history of it, but there's no solution to fixing that history. And unfortunately, the sad thing about it, most of the stuff that happened 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago are still occurring today. Just like McKinley said, like the situation in Rochester, New York, I've been following it, the news all day. It's horrific, you know, an African-American man who was clearly who needed some help and was treated like an animal, and he lost his life, you know. So, I mean, it's a lot of emotion, a lot of, you know, of course, anger, sorrow, pain. But like I said, it's just a reflection of reality.
What I like to remind myself of in Black History Month as a Black man is that there was 90% attrition on those boats coming across from Africa. 9-0. 12 million dead. If you're here, you're one of the 1,000 points of light that's supposed to do more than just survive during your brief time on this planet. Your job, my job, I will not speak for anyone else. My job is to put myself in position every month of every year, of every week, of every day, to put myself in position to do something, anything to level up and help other people like me level up. And that's how I approach it.